guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this story because this story is crazy. Like, it's sad. It's really, really sad because a lot of people have somebody in their family that has a mental problem, and they just don't pay it any mind. They just be like, they got a mental problem, they got a mental problem. But then when you have the mental problem on them getting high, taking drugs, that's dangerous because if the person is high, they don't even know what they're doing. You got to understand he's messed up, and plus he's getting high on the same note. You know what I'm saying? And if people, family, you love your family, and you really don't want to, like, have them put away or whatever. What you should do, because you never know what happen. You never know what might happen, and especially if they be around you and they know what you got. You know what I'm saying? So it can literally turn bad. And this story right here I'm about to tell you, it turned real bad. Like, just really, really bad. Like, this guy was tripping. Like, for real. Anyway, we're going to go to the computer and we're going to read this here. This happened in Birmingham, Alabama. They say it's unforgivable. It sure is, because this is just disgusting. Like, this is bad. But you have to understand, boy had a mental problem, and plus he was getting high, so here we go. They said Birmingham man remembers his father killed in quadruple murder, in a quadruple shooting. 13 has learned new details about a deadly quadruple shooting that happened on Thursday in Birmingham. A coroner identified the two victims who died in this shooting as Laquita Dunn and Anthony Jackson. Police believe it was domestic in nature. Curry Jackson Jr. is now behind bars, facing 2 counts of capital murder. Oh my goodness. And 2 counts of attempt murder. Hold on. Kerry Jackson. He killed Anthony Jackson. So that was either his father or his grandfather. Like, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Let's finish reading. Calvin Jackson tells the news that Kerry is his nephew. He said this all started over $250. Calvin said Dunn is a friend, and the other man shot was his brother. What? He shot his dad. He said the woman injured is his father's, Anthony's, longtime girlfriend. Calvin said his nephew struggled with drugs, and the shooting happened after he tried to steal $250 from Dunn. He said his nephew shot the woman after she confronted him about the money. He made his mama, drive him down to kill his daddy. Wait, okay. They saying that, like, like Curry mom knew he was gonna go and kill his dad for $250. Like, I don't really know about that, because unless she's on some drugs still, because how you do that? How you drive your son down there to kill his dad and others for money? I don't think she would have known that he was going to do that. Let's finish reading. Calvin said, he tried to kill my mom too. because my mom stayed up there with my brother. Only thing that saved her is that she was in her own bedroom and she pushed the couch in front of the door to keep him from kicking the door in. Lord, he was wild. He was lit, y'all. He was lit. He was lit and he was going crazy, y'all. Oh my God. He tried to kick the door down. Thank God it's so good. She put the couch in front of the door so he couldn't kick the door down. Like, so he was going for more than he trying to kill everybody. Like, it's crazy. He put about 4 bullet holes in the bedroom door trying to kill her. Oh my god, this boy was off. Like, he was doing the most, y'all. Like, for real though. After the suspect fired shots, BPD said he left the area, leading them on an hour-long manhunt. Curry was eventually arrested by officers in 5 Point West Business District. Police say they are grateful that the family gave them information to find Curry to get him off the streets. Yeah, he was on some bull. Like, he was on some bull, y'all. Like, that's crazy. Imagine you in a room and you have to put, something in front of your door, but he's still shooting through the door. Like, and that's your family member. Like, that's crazy. That's your family. But when you hide and, if your head ain't right, you don't care. You just don't care. They said any type of person willing to kill somebody for $250, he said they don't need to be walking the street. Calvin said, then you didn't just kill one person, you actually tried to kill 4 people. I actually saw the person he did what they did, but he already done it and didn't know he had done it. Yeah, because he was wild and he was going, y'all. I asked him what was going on up there by your mom and your dad's house. He swore up and down he didn't know what was going on. Calvin said his nephew had never done anything like this and had never even been to jail. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay. He never been to jail, y'all. They say he never. Oh, God. They say he never did anything like this before. He never been to jail. He never. It's the drugs. You know what I'm saying? It had to be the drugs. Or he just had a mental breakdown. I don't know. But it definitely was something. Because this is a hot, dirty mess. That, this is okay. Let me slow down. Curry never went to jail, never did anything like this before. So, they said he had a drug problem. And I'm really shocked because usually, like, when you're doing drugs, you do things. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if he just started doing drugs and just didn't get in no trouble. I don't know. But they said he never did nothing like this. So this is really weird. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to let y'all see the video because this is like freaking weird. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is really weird. Let me show y'all a picture of Curry. Because this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Here you go. Excuse me. Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. Actually, I don't have a picture of him. I don't have it. Yeah, I do. Let me try to pull it up for you. I'm gonna try to pull it up the best way I can. Okay, here we go. This is Kyrie. That's him. That's him. That's Kyrie. But anyway, y'all, look at it's a little. It's not long. It's very short. Just look at the news thing because this is a hot mess, y'all. All right, y'all, hit that like button and subscribe. All right.
Okay. Okay. Denison Avenue and 16th Place Southwest, where Birmingham Police Department is working the scene of a homicide. You can see here behind me, there's also a number of community members standing off to this left side over here. Look like they're trying to maybe get to their homes on this street, but police are not letting them pass. Now, details are still limited at this point, but we do know that Birmingham's Public Information Division is here on the scene. So we will, of course, be waiting for them to come and provide us any update that they can on what is happening here behind me, and we'll update you as soon as possible. Live in Birmingham, Olivia Gauthier, ABC 3340 News.
Check, 1, 2, 3. Almost thank everyone for their patience. This is a large scene with a lot of moving parts. Hello, everyone. I'm Officer Truman Fitzgerald, along with Sergeant Laquita Wade and Officer Tori Walker. We are with the Birmingham Police Department's Public Information Division. And right now, our officers are on two separate scenes where we have a homicide victim. At around 4:45 p.m., West Precinct officers were dispatched to multiple people shot at a residence in the 1600 block of Denison Avenue. Officers arrived on the scene when they made entry into the residence. That is when they discovered an adult female inside. She had been shot. Officers also learned that an adult male had been shot at this location. However, he was not on the scene. Birmingham Fire Rescue personnel pronounced the adult female victim deceased on the scene. We learned that the adult male arrived at Princeton Hospital suffering from life-threatening injuries. He has since been transported to UAB Hospital with those life-threatening injuries. Officers learned that the suspect may have fired shots at a separate location as well, which was in the 1400 block of 17th Place Southwest, which is close to the area. West Precinct officers went to that residence, made entry, and discovered an adult male and an adult female both shot inside the residence. Birmingham Fire Rescue personnel arrived and pronounced the adult male deceased inside the residence. The adult female was transported to UAB Hospital. She has life-threatening injuries. Just a quick recap. We have one deceased adult female here at the residence in the 1600 block of Denison Avenue. We had an adult male who was shot on Denison Avenue who has life-threatening injuries. The second address, which is connected to the same shooter, we have an adult male who's deceased inside the residence. We have an adult female who was at UAB and has suffered life-threatening injuries. The preliminary investigation has revealed that this entire shooting stemmed from an individual, an adult male, who is either related to the victim or victims or knows one of the victims as a family friend. So this is a domestic related shooting with multiple scenes, multiple victims shot. This was not a random shooting. Again, this was a domestic in nature homicide on Denison, domestic in nature homicide on 17th Place Southwest. We have completely saturated this area of West Birmingham with law enforcement resources. We have multiple detectives. We've reached out to our federal partners. We've brought in detectives that may not work homicide. They're coming in. We have our real-time crime center resources. We want the public to know we're holding off on releasing the suspect's information at this time because we're going to tap into those resources first. We don't want to blow any leads that we may have developed already through those resources. But if we do feel that we need to release this suspect's information to the public, we will. But we want to reassure the public this area is saturated with law enforcement personnel at this time.
Can you just recap the relationship between all five of you all?
Sure. Our detectives have asked that we hold off on specifically naming the relationships. However, let us point out this. Two of the victims that were shot, one of the adult males who has suffered life-threatening injuries, is a family member of the shooter. The deceased victim at 17th Place Southwest, he's a family member of the shooter. The female that's deceased here and the female that is deceased at the other location may not be blood related to the shooter. However, family friend. So this is a shooter who knew every single person that he shot. And as you can see behind us for the reporters, we have multiple law enforcement personnel arriving as we speak.
The second location is also a residence.
Yes, ma'am. Also a residence as well. That is what is so scary about this situation, is no one knows. This person is described as someone who has snapped and who has shot multiple people. So that is why you see the heavy law enforcement presence that you do now. We know that this neighborhood is tightly knit. We know that, of course, the suspect's name may be circulating. Again, we've chosen not to release that, but we ask anyone that may have information on this individual, please call us. Please do not offer safe harbor to this individual. He has shot 4 people and he's killed 2.
A man has been charged with killing 2 people and hurting 2 others in the West End Manor neighborhood. Birmingham police identified the man accused of pulling the trigger as Kerry Jackson Jr. WPTN 13's Aaron Llewellyn joins us live and local tonight from the West End Manor neighborhood. Aaron, you talked to one of the victim's sons about what led up to this shooting?
Yeah, Sherry, earlier today I found Kelvin Jackson sitting outside of the house where his father, Anthony Jackson, died, just behind me. He says that the man who was accused of pulling those shots that killed his father is Kerry Jackson Jr., who is his nephew. And he says that this all started over $250. And earlier today, when I talked to Kelvin, he said the police identified the 2 victims yesterday were as Kelvin's father, Anthony, and Kelvin's friend, Laquita Dunn. Now, Kelvin told me the other man who was shot is his brother, and the woman injured is his father's longtime girlfriend. Now, after the suspect fired those shots, police say he left the area, leading them on an hours-long manhunt. Now, Kerry Jackson Jr. was eventually arrested by BPD officers in the 5 Points West Business District. And police say they're grateful for the family giving them information to find Kerry and get him off the streets.
Any type of person willing to kill somebody for $250, you don't need to be walking the street. And then you just didn't kill 1 person, you actually tried to kill 4 people. And actually saw the person who did what they did, but he had already done it, and I didn't know he had done it. I asked him what's going on up there by your mom and dad house. He swore him down, he didn't know what was going on.
Now, Kevin says that his nephew has never done anything like this before, and he says that he's never even been to the city jail, so this comes as a surprise that he would do something this crazy or something like this. Live in Birmingham.